morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a look at a new product, a brand new product, something we haven't seen before, and something that opens up an awful lot of questions. And I think we kind of have a lot of the answers. Let's have a gander, shall we? Now, there's actually two different kinds of products that have been released, but if I show them to, well, not released, announced, but if I show them to you, they're going to look rather similar. You see, what we've got here is a Venusaur V Battle Deck, a Blastoise V Battle Deck, and a Venusaur versus Blastoise V Battle Deck. Now, clearly, obviously here, the double pack is just the two individuals packaged into one box. I would be absolutely over the top, redonkulously stunned if it was anything else going on here, except we do actually have some sell sheets here, and we can have a look at them in a moment, and we can see that absolutely, categorically, no, there is nothing different going on. We are good. So, if we start off having a look at the Venusaur and Blastoise V decks, what we have here is a product releasing on the 5th of February 2021. We've got a recommended retail price of $15, $14.99, and what you get in there is a ready-to-play 60-card deck, free reference cards. The reference cards, what these usually are in card games, is basically a little list of here's what you can do on your turn, etc., etc. So that you don't have to have the rule book in front of you at all times. You've just got a couple of reference cards, and one of them will probably be, during your turn, you draw a card. You may evolve Pokemon that have been down for a turn. You may attach one energy. You may use abilities, blah, 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 blah. When you attack, your turn ends. That's what usually reference cards mean. A rule booklet, a single-player playmat. The deal is that if multiple people buy these, they can put their playmats together. Damage counters, a large metallic coin, and it does say large metallic coin here, so it might be more similar to the one we saw in the Battle Academy. And then we see a deck box, a quick guide to unlock the strategies within, and one code card to play this deck online. And the code will just give you access to that exact deck online. And then if we have a look at the double pack, what you get is two ready-to-play V Battle decks, 60 cards each. Each deck includes a powerful special Pokemon, Venusaur V or Blastoise V. 8 additional trainer cards, including 2 foil cards. Oh, I'm wrong. Sorry. We've then got 2 coins, 2 deck boxes, 2 quick guides, 2 playmats, 6 reference cards, damage counters, a code card, and a guide to upgrading your decks. So actually, I lied to you, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise. There are 2 differences here. When you buy the double pack, you get 8 additional trainer cards, including 2 foils, and you get a guide to upgrading your decks. So clearly, when I was reading this through before making the video, I did not read this as carefully as I should have done, and you have my apologies. So this is a little bit different here. Now, the retail price here is $29.99, so 1 cent more than buying them individually, but you do get the 8 extra trainer cards, and you get yourself the guide to upgrading your decks. So, quite frankly here, I think it is fair to say that, yeah, this is going to be the one to go for if you're looking to get these. Now, what's interesting here is that Venusaur and Blastoise V and V Max have been revealed over in Japan. But they're a little bit different. You see, what we had over in Japan was the Venusaur and Blastoise V Max decks. And when you bought one of those, what you would get is 2 of the Pokemon V and 1 of the Pokemon V Max. So you buy the Blastoise deck, you're getting 1 Blastoise V Max and 2 Blastoise V. You buy the Venusaur deck, and you're getting 2 Venusaur V and 1 Venusaur V Max. Now, there was a question as to how we were going to get these cards. Clearly now we're getting the Pokemon V in these packs. Fair enough, makes perfect sense. Where are we getting the V Maxes from? And the answer is, at the moment, we have no idea. There is no word as to exactly where these V Maxes are coming, but I have a little bit of a prediction for you. You see, one of the most, in fact, the most interesting thing as far as I'm concerned that we see on these decks is if you look at the top left-hand corner, we see play level 1. Oh. And you can see that there are two essentially silhouetted, if you will, Pokeballs there as well, which is telling us that there are going to be Play Level 2 products and Play Level 3 products. Now, essentially here, one of two things is going on. Either Pokemon are rebranding all of their products to fit one of these levels, or they are introducing a whole bunch of new products that will fit these levels. I mean, it is a pretty obvious and easy prediction at this stage to say, and it's a prediction I'm making right now, I'm willing to bet I'm not the only one, that there are going to be Play Level 2 products, probably Theme Decks, that have Blastoise VMAX and Venusaur VMAX. As a side note here, these are basically Theme Decks, but they're Theme Decks with Pokemon V. Japan has them. Japan has had these, well, I mean, with Pokemon V since Sword and Shield, well, actually before Sword and Shield came out. Their very first product were Pokemon V decks for Sword and Shield. The first Sword and Shield products, obviously. But they've been having these for a long time. We haven't. So theme decks for Pokemon Vs just on their own are pretty gosh darned awesome. Are we going to get theme decks with VMAXs? Again, over in Japan, that's not a particularly unusual thing. Over here it is. Now, at this stage, a bunch of you are probably thinking, well, all right, Wassy, but is there any precedent here? Have we had, in the past, these kind of levels on products? And the answer is yes, we have. If you go back to the very beginning of the Pokemon trading card game, and we have a lovely back of a rulebook here, the image taken from retroactive.nl, what we've got here is an explanation of what it was initially. The starter level, Play Level 1 if you will, was the two-player starter set, where you would get two kind of half decks that you would use to play the game. The advanced level was where you would get just your regular theme decks that were generally a little bit better than the two-player starter deck. And then your expert level were booster packs. Now, they abandoned this kind of marketing, labeling, call it what you will, a long time ago, but they might be coming back to it. It might be that these decks are Play Level 1, your booster packs are going to be Play Level 3, and we might start seeing that on every booster pack moving forward. And then there's going to be Play Level 2, which is somewhere in between. Somewhere between theme decks and booster packs. And if you ask me, honestly, I'm telling you that it's probably going to be those League Battle decks. Like we've just, I believe it's today as I'm recording this, seeing the Zacian V League Battle deck being released. Cannot say for absolute certain, but that would be my prediction here, that these League Battle decks are going to be Play Level 2, the theme decks are going to be Play Level 1, and that the booster packs are going to be Play Level 3. That is one option. The other option is that we see a VMAX deck, which is Play Level 2 or 3, and something else to fill in the gap. We don't know now, but it's fun to speculate. Now, one thing we do need to do here, however, is we do need to very quickly mention here what is actually going on with these Pokemon V. So if we start off with Venusaur here, it is very important to note this is not the same as the Venusaur V which came around in Champion's Path. It is still a Venusaur V, but it's not the same. So what we've got here is an attack for 2 energy that does 50 damage and heals 30. Or for 3 energy, you do 190 damage, plus 30 to yourself. Now, I've done videos about these cards. I'll link those videos in the description, so you can learn a little bit more about them. But, spoiler alert for the Venusaur, I like the other Venusaur better. Both the attacks take 1 more energy, but I do believe it is worth it. As for Blastoise V, this is, of course, the first Blastoise V we've ever seen. 1 energy, 30 damage. Or 3 energy, 200 damage, and it cannot use Torrent Cannon during your next turn. These are not phenomenal cards, but the VMAXs are quite a bit better. I'll link them in the description as well. So it's one of these things to essentially keep an eye on for the future. These are cool products. And the fact of the matter is, if nothing else, Pokemon are finally giving us theme decks with Pokemon Vs in. And we have been looking for that for a while. Which is awesome. It is one more piece of proof, if any more were needed, that the folks over at the Pokemon Company actually are listening to our feedback and they are making a real effort to give us more products which are more in line with what it is we really want. They are listening and they are clearly acting on this, and I for one am absolutely delighted. These are cool products. I'm going to be picking these up partly because I want the Pokemon Vs and partly because if you see a company like Pokemon doing something like this, where they are clearly reacting to fan feedback and giving us the kind of thing we've been asking for, I want to support that. I want to let Pokemon know that actually, you know what? This is a cool thing that you've done. This is exactly the kind of thing I've been asking for, and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and make sure, or at least do my best, to try and make sure that these products end up being successful so that we can get more of these in the future. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to know what you think about these products. I want to know how cool you think they are, and if you're going to pick up both of them, or just one of them, and if so, which one you're going to be picking up. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.